Roy, thank you for being here with us. Where's your Tejano, bro?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Yeah, it's at home. It's people always, I don't know if they're making fun of me or praising me, but um yeah, it's kind of the character or something that I bring to a locker room as well, which is cool because a couple other teammates that I like it too, so it's awesome.
Exactly. And, speaking of Tejana, do you listen to like any of that type of music or banda or any Hispanic songs at all?
Always, I think it's um it's fun to listen to in the locker room and because everybody always likes to dance to it, right? Like, and everybody's got their own dance moves, and so it's always fun to create that environment for people. And my team has enjoyed it. It's always been that way. I went to college in New Mexico State in Las Cruces, New Mexico, so um, that was another thing. It's a lot of people coming from around the country, going to play ball there, and never really hear that music or see that culture, and then they get to there and it's a whole different world, and to kind of be the bridge for other players around the country to hear is it's fun. It's actually pretty funny too. So
Yeah, I get you. A beat is a beat, right? Like no matter what.
right.
You're from Arizona, now living in Detroit, huge cultural difference. Like, have you found any good, Mexican spots around here, even Hispanic food around here?
Right. I've been fortunate enough. I went to college in New Mexico and Tucson, Arizona, and then I got drafted to Houston and I played for Arizona. So I've been in the whole Southwest my whole career. This is the first time visiting across the country, and it was something that I was nervous about. My family joked about, where you're gonna get your food at,
Yeah.
and there's a place Southwest Detroit. It's got a lot of Mexican food, and so as soon as I signed here, it was like the first thing everybody told me about. There's a couple different restaurants that I've gotten to explore. Usually, I go on my off day. We try a new one every single week, and it's it's cool because they say authentic Mexican food on the thing. That's what everywhere has that. But I can tell you, there's a couple spots I hear that it is true. Authentic Mexican was delicious. It's they don't beat any corners. It's homemade tortillas. It's everything. So it's delicious. For sure.
Okay. Speaking of Mexican food, like, do you have a favorite dish or?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. So my D line knows this. Because we talk about it every week. Everybody knows my Friday is the same thing. Every single Friday has been the same thing since I was like a sophomore in high school. I have just homemade tacos, right? Every Friday, at least 8, right? At least 8. No rice, no beans, just tacos, right? And um, so to say that's my favorite, that's an understatement. I can eat tacos any day of the week. If I'm gonna go somewhere and try their Mexican food out, I get the same thing every single time. I get 2 carne asada tacos, rice and beans with 2 cheese, just cheese, no chicken, just cheese. If they got green chili, I'm gonna get green chili. Enchiladas on the side, just to try the enchiladas, see how they make them. So those are my favorite for sure, and those are kind of my criteria to see if they can make the basic Mexican food, and then from there I'll dabble into something else. But
Right. One of our analysts for Sunday Night Football in Espanol, Rolando Cantú, he was with the Cardinals. How, I guess, cool was it to see another, Mexican player now working in the office to just be there and help guide other players as well?
yeah, it's really cool because he takes pride in it. He's got so much energy, so much smile, so much love, and I think that's the big thing about the Mexican culture and being Hispanic is something that we all have in common, especially when you get to the NFL or the big leagues in sports. It's something that old people always say is the energy you bring into places, the smile, the laughter, the love, because that's what we've grown up around. That's really all we know. It's just who we are. Um, from the moment I met him, and I was fortunate enough to play Will Hernandez as well out there, and I know he does a lot with NFL Mexico, and he from the moment that I played with Will and got to meet them, it was so much love, so much embracing, so much like, hey man, you open to this, you open to this, like let's talk about this, and hey, you got to meet this person, right? It's one big family. I think that's something that we all share. Um, so it was awesome. My time there was great. Um, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's cool. And, speaking of the Latino community, there's not a lot of us in the NFL, but there's 5 of you guys in the Lions. What volumes does that speak not only for the team, but also for the Latino community?
I think it's huge, man, and because we all talk about it, it's fun. It's we take pride in it. Um, I think it's like every Wednesday or Thursday in the weight room. We're listening to music and be able to share it, and we do take pride in it. And like I said, I think Arizona I had one teammate that was willing to express where we come from, and here's we got a few guys that you say, so it's fun, man. It's one of those things that we all share in common. We get to share with other people. Um, so much laughter, so much, embracing people, bringing people in, childhood stories. And, when you get to NFL, there's so many people from so many different places and so many different backgrounds and get to share ours. And my family likes to go to a lot of games, right? So they get to see my dad and they get to see my other family members in the stands. And um, it's a blessing, man, to be able to be where I'm at.
Right. And, speaking of the community, like, how have you seen it within Lions fans, the Latino community within the Lions organization as well?
Yeah, I think the Detroit Lions fans are crazy, man. They're the real deal. They love the Lions, and so I've been blessed and fortunate enough to be able to meet a lot of them and do a couple events and go to Southwest Detroit and really got a huge Hispanic culture there, and uh, just being able to hear the fans and how much they love the Lions, but also being able to see a kid that looked just like me at 8 years old and be able to like, hey, I bought your jersey. Hey, I want your jersey for Christmas. Like, and even if it is just because we have the same last name, it's big, and it's so cool because, um, I always wanted a López jersey when I was little too. So I can understand what they're saying, or if they're like, well, I look just like you. Like, yeah, you look just like me, bro. Like, yes, you do. And so is I think that's turned to my favorite part of my job is to be able to play ball and then look in the stands and a kid just be like I know you, like I like, and so I think that's the coolest part. Like, oh my god, I know you too. You're me 20 years ago, right? Like, and so it's a blessing to be where I'm at, and I think that's what's so different about the Hispanic culture and being Mexican is everybody knows what we stand for. Everybody knows the similarities we have between our families of just family parties and cooking and laughing and music and all those things. And so um I think it's something that none of us are embarrassed of. Us all embracing and trying to expose it and trying to bring light to it because it deserves it. So it's awesome.
I heard that you brought your parents over to Detroit. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so they came out here when I signed, and it's been cool, man. My dad goes almost every game, and my dad's crazy. My mom's with him, and they they're our family's crazy, man. They're loud, and if they're not here, you can still hear them across the country. Um, they're screaming, man. They're truly fans of the game, fans of me. Whether it's my tios, whether it's my sisters, my tios, my nana, my dad, everybody that texts me on game day, and I'm praying for you. I love you. Send me a picture. They lit the candle, right? Like everything, right? It's just it's everything we stand for, man. So it's been that way though since I was playing middle school football, right? Ever since I was been wrestling since I was like 3 years old, right? All those things have been going on my whole life. Nothing's changed since I moved across the country and I'm playing for the Detroit Lions, right? And that's what I mean by being able to bring it into the locker room and being able to share with so many teammates over my time, my career, has been so fun because you get to meet these people and you introduce them to your family, you introduce them to where you're from, and then next thing you know, you see them a few years down the line, and how's your dad doing? Hey, how's your Theo doing? Right, like all those things, and because they remember, right, because they're different, because they showed love like they knew them their whole life, right, and so I think that's the coolest thing is they had a D-line camp for a bunch of NFL players in Arizona. I wasn't able to go to it this offseason, but my dad went. So I got to see a lot of my old teammates and everybody's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Everybody knows me as Mijo. All my teammates call me Mijo, right? And so it was, hey, how's Mijo doing? How's Mijo doing? Right? Like, oh, that's Mijo's dad, right? Like, and so I think that's really cool, and to bring them into your family because that's what it's all about, man.
Exactly. And, let's switch it over. Let's talk about carne asadas. Everyone wants to get invited. Huge pressure hosting them. What are like the essentials for a good carne asada, in your
Oh
opinion?
man, you gotta have chips and salsa to start, because you're gonna be you have a couple big hungry people there, right? And I think that's a big thing about my family. Between me and my tios, we gotta eat before we eat, right? So we gotta eat some chips, salsa, guacamole, whatever it is to get it going. We gotta eat as the food's getting cooked. Out of season, we're going beer. Beer's got to be at the carne asada. What else we going? Of course, tortillas. Every sort of meat. You gotta have every sort of meat at a carne asada. That might be a not a big opinion. That's my opinion. You gotta have chicken. You gotta have everything at the carne asada. Essentials, speaker, music for sure. Some sort of water, whether it's a pool, a slide, a blow up pool. Even if it's just sprinklers, that's cool too. That'll work. What else we going? What am I missing here?
I don't know. I think you got everything.
Oh, well, your family's got to be there for sure. I feel like I'm pretty spot on here.
Mhm. It's actually funny that for water, you didn't say water bottles. You said, a slide, sprinkle. You were like, you don't need no hydration.
No.
For the carne asada, are you cooking finally, or is it still your tío's father?
No, usually our carne asadas will have a tío. His name's Andrew, but we call him Big Fella. All right, he's a big fella for sure, right? So he takes pride in it.
Yeah.
He's got his big apron, and then everybody knows, he means business when he's on the grill. He means business when, he's planning throughout the week. And, being from Phoenix, Arizona, and playing for the Arizona Cardinals the past 2 years, they hosted every single week, right? Every single home game. They had their tailgate spot, and they had everything, man. And so being able to hear them prep for it all week, and those tailgates reached over 30, 40, 50 people every single week, right? And but that's the blessing that, God has given me and my family, in understanding that the outreach that they have. We have so many family friends that are considered family. I have so many family friends that I consider Theos, right? I call them Theo. Like, I've known them since I was little, and like, they take pride in it, man. And so to see the pictures, and I'm warming up for a game, and I see all the 51 jerseys or 51 López shirts or whatever it can be, and to be in this position, man, is beautiful. Mainly because my family deserves it, man. My family deserves to be, wearing their nephew's jersey on game day. They deserve to watch the game and scream at the TV because, they are a fan of the game, but it does mean a little bit more when the nose guard gets the tackle, right? Because the nose guard is their nephew, is their brother, is their grandson, is their son, is their best friend, right? And so I think that's the beauty of where I come from, because it's been that way for so long, and it's so normal to me, right? And so it's just who I am, where I come from, and to be now 28 years old, still playing ball, and have so many people ask about my family and where I come from. It's awesome.
¿Tortillas de maíz o tortillas de harina?
Maíz.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Here, I think I know your answer. ¿Cerveza o tequila?
That's hard. Tequila.
Okay, tequila o mezcal?
Tequila.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then one final question, because it's been on everyone's mind, and it's going to be on everyone's mind. Super Bowl halftime show, Bad Bunny. Do you listen to him? Do you have any favorite songs, or?
Bad Bunny. No, I don't have a favorite song. I listen to him a little bit. Favorite song? I'm sure I do in my phone. I'm sure I do. Actually, to answer your favorite song question, I can't think of it. But it is gonna be cool. I'm not gonna be able to hear it, because we'll be in the locker room. But which is cool. So I'll get some videos from it for sure. But Bad Bunny, it's funny.
Ya que nos encontraste, no nos pierdas.
Suscríbete al canal de YouTube de Telemundo Deportes.